Ken, we did have a couple folks ask, a couple grandparents ask about saving in 529 plans as grandparents for their grandchildren. And so is this something that you see happening with any of your clients? And is this I guess an effective strategy for grandparents to save for their grandchildren?
Yes and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, I mean, it's great, for anyone who's in a position, if you're a grandparent, if you're able to obviously help your children out and obviously grandchildren out with this expense. I think it's a wonderful thing, of course. So here's a interesting thing people should keep in mind is when you open up a 529 account, there is an owner and then there's a beneficiary. So if you're a grandparent, right, you can open the account and you're the owner, and then you can name a grandchild as the beneficiary. Now, you as the owner, you have the right to change who the beneficiary is on that account. So, it's something to kind of keep in mind in terms of, controlling, having some control of the assets. Now, if your adult children are potentially in a position to apply for and potentially receive some financial aid for, for the grandchild, you kind of have to keep in mind the role of the 529 plan in sort of the scope of potentially qualifying for aid. When a child applies fills out the FAFSA, which is the financial aid form, the federal aid form, they're going to ask for information, income information, and asset information. If there's a grandparent held 529 plan, you don't have to report that as an asset on the financial aid form. So it's kind of a good thing to have like this asset that's not even asked about on the financial aid form, because you may be able to qualify for potentially generous amount of financial aid, depending on the financial circumstances of the adult child and the parent of the grandchildren.